Hello again, my name's Gabe Zolna. I got a question. The Commander-in-Chief, you know that dope at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue? As Commander-in-Chief, he's Commander-in-Chief of all of our military, is he not? The reason that I asked that question is why would he differentiate between Bowie Bergdahl and Andrew Tahmoorossi? As Commander-in-Chief, one would expect that he would have the same kind of respect and loyalty to both. Yet what do we know? Well, we know that Andrew Tahmoorossi has spent 7 months in a Mexican prison. There is talk that he might soon be released based on the doctors in Mexico also evaluating him, including that he does indeed have PSD. He is suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. So there is talk that he might soon be released. But what do we know about Obama's effort to intervene and try to get Andrew Tahmoorossi released? We know that he did nothing. We know that some members of Congress, some senators, some congressmen, supposedly even the Munster, the Secretary of State, Johnny Kerry, the fill-in Munster, not Monster, Munster. In either case, we also know that a great deal of time, effort, and money, not to mention the release of 5 radical extremist Muslim Arabs that I have no doubt have rejoined the fight against the American people. They were released in a deal that Obama orchestrated to have a traitor returned to the United States, Bowie Bergdahl. Now, what differentiates Bowie Bergdahl from Andrew Tahmoorossi? Well, I believe that Bowie Bergdahl converted to Islam. I don't know if he did it before he deserted or during his supposed captivity when he's marching around with an AK-47 doing target practice shooting with his abductors, or during the time he was with them for 5 years. But what do we know about Islam? Well, what we know about Islam is that if a Muslim asks another Muslim for help, they will help them, which is one of the problems that we have with Muslims that aren't radical, and I've said this in other videos. Those that aren't radical have to help those that are radical if they're asked by those radical Muslims for help. If Bowie Bergdahl reached out and asked Obama to bring him back to the States because he was tired of eating goat's eyes, Obama has to help him. So what did they do? Well, they orchestrated this whole bullshit scheme to really help those 5 terrorists. Bowie Bergdahl was just the catalyst. Obama needed something to trade, which ties me back into MOV 01868. The pieces of the puzzle all fit. Benghazi's the key. They had planned to kidnap the ambassador and trade him for the blind sheep. No different than Obama traded those 5 radical extremists that once again I'm convinced are back on the battlefield for Bowie Bergdahl, who is a Muslim, I believe. And once asked to come back to the States, they put together this scheme. Who lost? Well, the American people lost. So did the people that these monsters raped and murdered once they got back into their countries of origin. It's pretty amazing, is it not? It's not that difficult to put together. You take a piece from here, a piece from there, a piece from there, a piece from here, and you end up with a clear understanding of what really happened. That's what I think. Let's hope that Andrew returns safely to his mother and to his country. But I'll tell you what, he can't have a whole lot of respect for the Commander-in-Chief, who didn't as much as lift a finger to help him. Yet Obama gave away the farm to bring back a traitor and to release 5 radical extremist Muslim murderers. That's what I think. So what do you think?